Hello, in this video we will discuss electronic prior authorization enhancements. To begin, users can now manage authorization details manually outside of the electronic process. To view this, let's start by opening a progress note, going to the treatment hyperlink, selecting RX to choose a medication that has an EPA that's been requested, and click on the Edit pencil. In the Edit RX window, we can see on the bottom right-hand corner an EPA button. When hovering over the two buttons, users will see the prior authorization required pop-up along with Manage Authorization. Selecting the caret opens the Manage Authorization Details window with the ability to manually add authorization details for a given medication therapy to manage authorizations done outside the electronic process. Here, we can add the authorization number, effective date and expiration date, and the type will be labeled as manual. The user will also see the current authorization status, the payer the EPA was sent to, and the address date if the EPA was addressed. Please note, since this authorization detail is manual, the linked PA, case ID, and reference ID will not have any payer data. Once finished, click Save and close to return to the RX Edit window. Once the manual authorization details have been added, it will be saved on the Manage Authorization Details window and on the RX Edit window for the given medication dosage. When receiving an approval for an authorization, the application matches the addressed authorization transactions to the medication dosage requested. The case and reference ID from the authorization is matched in the application with the item ID, EPA transaction, strength, and formulation of the medication to create this linked match. Once done, the linked information of the authorization number, dates, payer name, PA case ID, and linked PA reference ID display in the Manage Authorization Details window. The type is also listed as System, inferring this is a system-made match. For the next enhancement, users have the ability to initiate the EPA from the medical summary. In the Patient Encounter, go to the right chart panel, Overview tab, Medication Summary, and click on the ellipsis icon. From here, click on the Date tab, and we can see the EPA button now modified with the caret drop-down on the side. The EPA button will only appear for medication as of today, and if the Show Formulary Status checkbox has been enabled from the Settings icon. The application displays each medication strength with updated formulary icons and a color code to indicate the status of the medication. This is indicated by the smiley faces here with the different colors. A green face is displayed when the formulary status of the medication is covered and the preferred choice. A yellow face is displayed when the medication is in the formulary but is not the preferred choice. An orange face is displayed when the medication is covered but is considered non-formulary. And lastly, a red face indicates the medication is not covered. A question mark symbol appears when the formulary status is unknown. Formulary data is displayed by default on the medication summary when the prior authorization is activated. For the next enhancement, let's review EPA from the eQuick Launch button. When the EPA is initiated while continuing medication, for example, from the medication summary, options are available for continuing or stopping therapy for approved, closed, denied responses, and canceled requests. In the RX section of the window, the new RX label for a medication continuation is replaced with New and Refill RX. New buttons are also available on the bottom of the window, labeled Continue Therapy Without Prescribing or Stop Therapy. Clicking Continue Therapy Without Prescribing opens a confirmation pop-up window to inform users the medication will not be prescribed but will remain active in the patient's chart. Clicking the Stop Therapy button opens a confirmation pop-up window to inform users the medication will not be prescribed and will have a status of stopped in the patient's chart. Each of these options will close out of the window and mark the authorization transaction as addressed. When opening an EPA authorization response and a request has been marked as closed or denied, reasons are provided in the window along with 3 options: the Continue Therapy Without Prescribing button, Stop Therapy button, or Prescribe Medication button. When canceling a prior authorization, users can select a reason and now have 3 options added to the cancellation window: Continue Therapy Without Prescribing and Cancellation Authorization, Stop Therapy and Cancel Authorization, Order Requested Medication, and Cancel Authorization. For the next enhancement, when initiating an EPA on the treatment window, either through Quick Orders or the Rx Edit window, and selecting the EPA button on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, users can select the duration and dispense for the medication SIG. This allows users to enter the required data for these 2 fields while initiating the EPA if specific information is missing. Users also have the ability to archive the authorization details for a given medication therapy. By doing this, a pop-up message appears to confirm the archiving of the currently active authorized medication. If a medication is already linked to an existing prior authorization, a different pop-up window appears. Explaining the selection will archive the existing details and begin a new authorization process. This occurs if the authorization is currently active. The current EPA information is displayed below, and an option is available to initiate and archive. If the authorization is currently not active, the pop-up window will not appear. This allows users to maintain an accurate authorization status for a given medication dosage. Now that we've entered our EPAs, let's review the logs created by opening the Patient's Hub, selecting Logs, and then EPA Logs. Under the Source column of the Logs window, the labeled is marked as Manual for the manual entry versus System for the automatic entry. These logs may also be opened from the Rx Edit window and clicking on the Authorization Status hyperlink. And that concludes today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.